What's up, nerds? Welcome to the Arcadia National Podcast. We are recording here in the basement of Arcadia National Bar as well as in Chicago, Illinois, because we have a special guest.
Woo!
Shout out to Jack Danger of Dead Flip Pinball Streaming. Say hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So we're going to do our normal intro. We're going to go around, say who we are, what we're drinking. I'm J-Lo, and I'm drinking the Marshall Wharf Tug Pale Ale out of Belfast, Maine.
Ooh.
I am Mark Patnode of Maine Competitive Gaming, drinking a Maine Brewing Company lunch.
But it's dinner time.
I get it.
Hey guys, this is Amy. I am drinking a Dragon's Breath hard cider with ginger. I love ginger. It's real good.
And this is Sarah. I have an Assassin's Tea. If you missed us on our last podcasts, I've had this before. It is Maker's Mark bourbon and some local tea concentrate and a little soda water and lemon juice and simple.
Jack, what are you drinking today?
Hey, this is Jack Danger, and I'm drinking a Ninja vs. Unicorn from Pipeworks Brewing here in good old Chicago, Illinois.
Whoa.
That sounds amazing.
It's a 1,000,000% hoppier than I thought it was going to be. It looks like it should taste like candy.
Does it taste like unicorns?
If that's what a unicorn tastes like, that it's fine by
God,
me.
I hope so. Welcome to the podcast, Jack. Thanks for deigning to lower yourself to our
Elite levels.
No, thanks for having me. This is awesome.
So for our listeners who don't know, do you want to just give us a quick intro on who you are and what you do? I know we talk about you every week, but it's good to hear it from the horse's mouth, as they say.
Well, shucks. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm Jack Danger. I run a Twitch live stream called Dead Flip on the old internets there, twitch.tv/dead_flip.
Nice.
I travel around and stream pinball machines. I have 13 machines here in my studio in the West Loop of Chicago, but I'll visit people's private collections and go to tournaments and such and stream what I can, and it's just all-encompassing. I try to show people how to play pinball, but really I just end up getting stupid drunk and wearing costumes.
And dancing and wearing lucha masks.
Yep, and you just got back from Texas Pinball Festival, right?
Yeah, that was super fun and also mega exhausting because I got there Friday night and then drank absolutely way too much alcohol and then got up at 9 in the morning and had to stream the entire event and then the finals. So I would set up on a machine and then every hour be like, guys, I'll be right back. I got to go grab a cable and go get sick in my hotel room, then come back down and continue streaming.
Oh, I was lucky enough to watch you walk around with your laptop and your camera strapped onto you and us yelling at you to carry more shit around.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I just stuck the camera in like the collar of my shirt and did like a first-person walk around. You could, if you watch the video on YouTube, I'm constantly bringing a cup of coffee up to my mouth.
So what is the idea behind Texas Pinball Festival? I haven't heard too much about it. Is it just mostly a pinball convention? Are there a lot of players there? There's a pretty good tournament I heard you qualified at some point for. And
oh yeah, that was okay. So it is it's sort of half tournament, half a lot of people bringing their games to show it, and half, yeah, that math works out, like people selling stuff, obviously. You'll see, like, I know Spooky brought a Domino's pinball machine cabinet.
Oh, awesome.
Which is pretty
I saw
cool
the
to
picture
see.
of that.
They had their Rob Zombie and America's Most Haunted there. The P3 guys brought their games, Multimorphic.
I heard, was Highway there? I heard Highway Pinball was going to be.
Yeah, Highway was there, and there were people doing talks. I did not see the alien machine there, but there were, like, a lot of big banners and such with the artwork on it. I wanted to see that thing in person, but I did not.
Awesome.
I did not. The tournament, which was funny, is I was setting up all the cameras to stream the finals, and mid-camera setup, everyone's like, it's 4:55, at 5 o'clock is the cutoff, you have 2 tickets left, just put in your damn tickets. And I was like, I don't want to. And everyone's yelling at me, so last minute, I just played 2 games and annihilated those 2 games, squeaked into the finals, and the dude that I knocked out was just pissed.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
that, Seabass. That's awesome. How did you wind up shaking out in finals?
So I qualified. I went in at 16th place, but like I ended at 14th place because I was busy like making sure everything was still running for Nate Shivers while he was doing commentary.
And wasn't exploding.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It was hard to sort of keep my head in the game because I would like hear something knock around, or Nate would be clicking on stuff, and I'm like, oh god, here we go. Something's gonna break.
This is it. The end of the stream. Deathloop streaming done forever.
I know
Shut
that
it down.
life so
Burn
so
it all.
much.
I'm over it.
All my cameras broken. All my computers broken. That's rad. In
man.
other pinball news, there was in Las Vegas this past weekend. Another pinball event was the IFPA
The Nationals.
U.S. Nationals Women's Worlds and Pin Masters tournament, and that was pretty fucking cool to watch.
It was amazing, man. Yeah, it was fun to watch. And my girl Zoe won the women's, and props to her because she is an amazing pinball player.
Yeah, we actually had we had 3 representatives from the New England Pinball League there.
That's awesome.
Joe
Hell yeah.
Lemire, Teresa Nessel, and Jake Erskine were all there. Jake was there representing Maine. He got second in our state finals, and the first place person decided he didn't want to travel, so he was able to. So Jake was able to go.
Lucky duck.
Absolutely. His wife Teresa was actually when they were first starting to shake out the brackets. She was an alternate for the women's worlds because I think she was in like the 60s or so for women's rankings. Does that sound right to you, Sarah?
No, like 28 or something.
Oh, even more, yeah.
Yeah, it was in the 20s, I think.
She was in the 20s and was just fingers crossed that enough international players weren't going to be able to make it, and she wound up being able to get in there and compete in the women's tournament.
That's awesome.
I think,
And that was really cool.
I think she had to play against like the number 3 seed,
number
though,
2?
or number 2. Yeah, and it wasn't like the top 4 dropped out. It was like the legit number 2.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. So they unfortunately both got knocked out in the first round of their respective nationals. But what kind of sucks is Jake had to go there, and he wound up having to play against Joe Lemire. Like, they both play here in New England, traveled
they had to play each
2,500
other.
miles to play against
That's
each
first
other.
round.
Oh my god.
Yeah, first round.
So dumb.
Joe Lemire actually. Sorry.
When
Go
Dead
ahead,
Flip was still like a big like sort of, it was a group of guys. Dead Flip started off as like 4 dudes that would like travel around and like compete in tournaments, and it never freaking failed that we would go to like Papa or Pinburg or something. It's like, all right, so 3 of your crew are battling. We're like, what the freaking crap is going on right now? I came here to battle like the big boys, and I'm playing like the ding dongs that I play every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Joe Lemire actually in the Pin Masters tournament placed in top 8. I think he took 7th or so.
That sounds
If you
about
guys-
right.
Yeah, if you guys check that out,
I think they both qualified. Teresa qualified 8th
Eighth, yeah.
overall.
Yeah, he was with
That's great.
he was with some good company. I think he finished top 8 with like rank 2, 8, 9, and 12 in the world. Like that's who he was sitting next to.
Wah, wah.
So
Good points for him.
yeah.
You can also
Yeah.
swear, Jack,
Well,
just so you know. It's
You
okay
can
to
swear as much as you want.
Yep.
We're adults here.
So
Yeah, I mean, I don't swear on my stream as much as I'd like to. But,
Donate to kids.
Yeah.
Donate to kids, baby.
So you guys used to travel a lot for your streaming, but you're yourself going to be doing some traveling soon for your TV show.
Oh yeah. So I was informed not to talk too much about that anymore, but we're gonna break a few rules right now. That's fine.
Fine. That's what we're all about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be traveling around a lot and playing a lot of different stuff. You know what? I will just leave it at that. I don't want to get in trouble.
Hey.
All
But
right.
still, exciting. You're going to travel. You're going to play games. You're going to be on TV. We know
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's the gist of it, and it's gonna be freaking amazing.
We're very excited for you.
Yeah, we're
Plus lots of drinking,
pumped.
and I'll definitely come out your way.
Please.
Yes.
We're supposed to ask you about your co-op, but I think I may have caught that was a no-go now.
Well, we were going to move, but we crunched the numbers, and actually to stay where we're at is, I guess, the same price for a lot more space. We have like 3,500 square feet here at the Dead Flip Studios, and we don't use like a fourth of it. So I'm talking to some guys. We're trying to work some stuff out to like fill it up with pins. We could easily fit like 80 pins in here. We have a lot of room.
That's bigger than my
That
house.
sounds amazing.
Holy moly.
That sounds beautiful.
We might just come visit you.
Or move
Yeah,
to Chicago.
and it's it's the West Loop of Chicago. So we're on the 3rd floor of the biggest building in this area, with just the city skyline right in front of us. Windows everywhere. It's beautiful here.
Having seen a few of your streams and having been there for the tour you gave a
Yep.
few months ago, it looks fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, man. Hopefully we can make this work because we got all the room in the world for it to succeed.
Rad. So Jack, can you tell us more about Ghostbusters? I know you got to play that on stream, but also at Texas Pinball Festival. Any thoughts?
Yeah, man. Ghostbusters was out of control fun. Like I don't really get too stoked about games coming out. I'm like, cool, a new pinball machine, but like when they announce this thing, and I may or may not have known like a little bit in advance, but I was like beyond stoked, yeah. And to be invited there like the day after they announced it to play against John Trudeau and Dwight and Zombie Yeti and all the people that made this game was out of control. But I'll tell you, man, this game is fun as hell to shoot on.
It's good to hear.
Awesome.
We're very excited to have access to them in Portland.
I think the way things are shaking out right now, I think we can confirm that there's at least 2 premiums on their way to our area with the chance for potentially 2 more, at least premiums,
Really?
if not pros. Yeah, we didn't wind up getting any collector's editions or LEs here because the distributor that most of our round goes through doesn't take money in advance. So apparently there's a few distributors who are like, oh yeah, it's not official yet, but send us your money if you want. And as soon as the official announcement dropped, those guys like, okay, well here's this much. We need this many LEs, and that's why they sold out in 45 minutes.
Yeah, the LEs are just gone. I only got to play a pro, but the premium I want to get my hands on because those magnetic slingshots are so freaking intriguing.
Oh, it sounds like the coolest thing to be
That
ever
sounds
in
fascinating,
pinball.
yeah.
The biggest advancement since flippers.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Humpty Dumpty. Shout out to the 60s. 40s
They
even.
can control those magnets to do whatever the hell they want.
I just want them to just like bounce between the flippers until you
All day.
like hit some video mode that's timed with the flippers, so you're bouncing it between the slingshots, and you have to try to catch it by pressing the flippers. That's my dream.
Yeah, or I'm envisioning some sort of like missed multi-ball where the ball's bouncing in between the slingshots, and you have a ball on your flipper, and you got to knock it off of that like back and forth thing going on.
Oh,
That could be really
Yeah.
cool.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sweating.
JLo was getting really sweaty really fast.
You have no idea.
You don't have to take your
that
shirt off,
sounds cool.
JLo. Gosh.
Good thing there's no video. Video games. I've been playing a new video game recently, and my good goddamn, if this isn't one of the best things I've ever played. It's called The Witness.
Oh God.
Oh my
no.
God, yes.
What's that?
I want
What's
this
that
so
name?
bad.
What's that game
Shut
called?
the fuck up! so
many
I started
people
playing
heard
The
that
Witness here at the bar, and at one point, I sat down to try it out because I'd seen some people streaming it on Twitch and stuff like that. So I sat down to play it, and over the course of no more than an hour and a half, probably 22 different people asking me what game I was playing. And
So bad.
The other bartender who was working. Obviously, I wasn't working and playing a game. I would never do that.
No.
The other bartender who
Gulp.
was working got to the point where he kept like, as soon as someone else would ask, like, oh yeah, JLo, what game is this? Yeah, I don't know what game this is called, but I think JLo knows. I was like, Cormac, you asshole! It's called The Witness. You know it's called The Witness. Answer
You're
for
selling
me.
me
I'm
out.
paying attention. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's made by Jonathan Blow, who's the same guy who did Braid. If you've played Braid, you know you've played Braid. And it does such a good job of teaching you the game as you go. It's at the same time very simple, but also incredibly complex as far as the gameplay goes, because all it is basically is solving mazes. So you go from place to place solving individual maze puzzles while you're also navigating an entire island that is also a freaking maze, sort of, because you don't know how things work yet.
Yeah, it was fun to just watch, to be honest.
You have to go to certain places to learn how puzzles work, and if you get to a puzzle that you have no idea how it works, it's designed to be too advanced for you to understand.
Oh, yeah.
It's meant to be something that stops you, so you have to leave, go do something else, and learn how, and then come back. Like, and holy shit, is it fun.
Oh my God. I'm so
Absolutely.
jealous.
It's one of those games that makes you feel really smart. Like,
Yeah, it's a thinking puzzle for sure, man. There was I'd say like a couple weeks ago, every single streamer was playing that game, and it was blowing my mind how people were even playing it because I didn't get to see the tutorial. So I'm like, how the hell do they even know what the shit
Yeah.
is going
there's
on?
so many things happening.
We accidentally solved a black and white puzzle, and we couldn't figure out what to do with the next black and white puzzle because we didn't know what we did right.
Oh yeah,
It was
accidental solves are
absurd.
the worst. They're the worst. Like you should
Oh,
feel really cool about
no.
solving it, but you don't because you don't know what the fuck to do next.
Damn,
so
I have been
dumb.
wanting to play that game so bad for weeks, and I run all of my games on a 2011 MacBook Pro, and I just can't.
It's on PS4.
Rip.
I do not. We got Xbox at my house.
Oh, it's not on that because
Oh.
Jonathan
No.
Blow got screwed by Microsoft.
I know.
With Braid.
God. I'm gonna be
PS4
3 weeks
Master
from now.
Race.
Yeah, PS4 Master Race. Yeah, Sony Master Race.
Gross. All I'm saying to that.
Mark, do you have any video games you've been playing? You mentioned one
yeah, I've
the
been
other day
playing-
when I was trying to play The Witness.
Yep, my bad. I've been playing a lot of The Culling, which is a survival game, 16 people or 8 teams of 2. And it's basically like the Hunger Games as a video game. It's first person, go around, beat your opponents up with a machete or a stick or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And try to basically be the last one standing, as well as Shell Shock Live is another game. It's been on Twitch a lot. It's basically like Worms meets tanks, and you're driving around as a tank trying to like set your power and accuracy up, trying to kill the other 4 tanks on the map. And we've just been playing tons of that through main competitive gaming, and yeah, it's been a blast.
Is Shell Shock, is that turn-based or?
You can make it turn-based for your team, turn-based for each player in the game, or everyone shoots at the same time. There is a ton of settings in
same
it.
time,
as well
please.
as
Oh, that's awesome.
As well as there's probably over 100 weapons that all level up with EXP separately to upgrade. You can upgrade your tank in 5 or 6 different various ways. It's pretty in-depth for being an indie game with great net code and extremely good UI. Like, it blew me out of the water for $6.
Would you say that the net code is better than Street Fighter V's?
Yes, confirmed. No lag at all.
The Culling's pretty cool because it reminds me of the movie Running Man, essentially.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
It's got that announcer and everyone. It's like a game show almost.
And yeah,
people are just trying
the
to kill
announcer
each
is
other.
exactly like a game show, and like the things that are just said while people die or throughout the match are hilarious to the point where like you'll find yourself laughing or listening to the announcer, and you'll get like hit in the back of the head with an arrow or something, and it's just like, what the hell's going on right now?
Oh, there's an announcer?
Yeah, the whole time. It's literally
Holy
like, if you've ever
shit.
played Borderlands, it's kind of like the
That's
claptrap
awesome.
announcer. So it's like one of the things the medical table says when you walk up to heal yourself. It's like, are you a male or a female? Female? If I was a doctor, I wouldn't be asking this. And like just shit like that, where it's like, oh my god, I love it. Or
That's
like,
amazing.
Is there a tornado in your genital region? Is something that will just randomly be asked when you walk by. Like,
You know? Yes.
That's great.
yes.
Always a tornado.
Oh man. So I got a new phone the other day, so I've been looking for some things to put on it, and was at work desperately searching for a new phone game to talk about today, and I came across an old favorite from addictinggames.com.
Oh boy.
It was the gold mining game. You got your little gold miner with his hook that ticks across the screens, just swinging back and forth, and then down below you there's diamonds, there's rocks, there's gold nuggets, there's like bones, TNT, and like each level you have to make more money by what you mine, and it just gets harder and harder and harder. Does anyone remember this game?
Nope.
I have played it.
Sounds cool though.
Yep.
So,
yeah, okay. Mark, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Walker in 7th grade computer lab class, because that's where I remember that game
Props
from.
to Mr.
literally.
Walker.
That was like the first year that they ever put like the computer monitoring software on, so he could watch everyone's monitor. So all of a
Oh,
sudden your
God.
computer would lock up, and it would just be like, do work. Like, I remember
Do
this
work.
vividly.
do work, son.
Read more.
So I'll,
Oh man,
I'll
yeah,
check that
no,
out.
that was great. It's gold miner. It's a super simple game, but
Gold miner.
yeah.
Amy, have you been playing anything new recently?
Yeah, well, this
I'll bet
is
you
new to
have.
me. My personal, I have a stressful job, and my personal way of relieving stress is playing tower defense games. This is like my secret passion.
They're the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they are the
Absolutely
best.
the best.
However, I have burned through many of them, so I am now kind of trying to figure out what Steam has to offer. I downloaded this one called Defend Your Life, I think it's called. In which you are moving through this man's body. It almost looks like a Operation kind of game board.
Defend your life. Well, it's
Yep,
supposed to
so
be you.
it's all happening inside of this body, and you are setting up little platelets and blood cells to defend against different sorts of infections that are coming into this body. It's not my favorite tower defense game I've ever played, but it's kind of fun and entertaining enough that I just keep doing it when
What a
I'm
cool concept, it sounds like.
yeah, when I'm exhausted. And I think the final boss is beating cancer, so I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten there yet, but Yeah, so that's what I've been working on this week.
Cool. So, Jack, have you been playing any new games or?
Oh baby, I'll tell you,
Time-
I'm an old Blizzard fanboy and love anything World of Warcraft, and had to kick that really quick because I was starting a company like 5 years ago.
Same
But
fam.
I've been looking.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been looking for like
Server first.
an FPS sort of RPG. So like Destiny was sort of filling that void for a little bit, but The Division came out, and I've been playing the crap out of that game.
Hell yeah.
Man, I watch
Yeah.
Summit 1G every single day. I can't even, like, I live through him watching that.
Mark says this as he's wearing a Summit 1G t-shirt.
Yeah,
Yep,
baby.
confirmed.
Man, there's just something about like playing an FPS RPG and getting guns that are like, you don't have the same gun as the other people, like in Call of Duty and stuff like that. You found like this thing that has a special thing, and now you're shooting people and things are exploding, and this other dude can't do it, and it's great.
People can tell by looking at like the just the graphics in the game what gun you have, and all of a sudden you'll just be asked for the next hour like, what? How in the hell
you get
did
that
you
game?
even get that
get that
gun?
game?
Where'd you get that gun? Like,
gun?
and
Where'd
it's
you get that gun?
really like it adds kind of like a more fun like reason to grind like for that gun.
Yeah, so you can be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You always
Yeah.
want to be cool.
I'm obsessed with like grinding for gear type of games, and this game is definitely one of them. Especially when you get in the dark zone and you're like running around with people and we're finding cool stuff, and then last minute you're like, "Yo, that dude's got some nice stuff. I'm just
Let's
gonna
kill
turn
him."
and shoot that dude and take his stuff real quick,
Let's steal it.
and
Yes.
then yeah."
Yeah, I think that's so I think I'm gonna have to get my own copy of both The Division and The Witness, because I don't know if I can handle another, like, I love how the social aspect of The Witness has come through at the bar. Like, I'll just be sitting there playing, and people will sort of filter in and filter out and say, "Oh, we know how to I think I got this." I was like, "Well, go for it." Like the social aspect of single player
Prove
games
it.
being played at a bar, just in general, is so cool.
Oh, like Collective Super Meat Boy. Like,
Oh,
how many
yeah.
bandages do we have at the bar right now? It's absurd. I mean, thank you, Dan Lips, because you've gotten most
Yeah,
of them.
thank you, Dan Lips. Yeah,
Yep.
almost not all of them, which is the shitty part.
That's like, so if you go back and someone's been playing it for hours without you knowing and you didn't get to do the puzzles, you'd be sad.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah, it'd suck.
That's like me and my little baby, Yoshi's Woolly World. I started it in the 3rd save spot, hoping people would just kind of touch the 1 and 2 save spots, and so far I'm good. Nobody touch that, please.
Nobody touch that.
Don't touch my
Don't touch
game.
Don't touch save spot 3.
So I've never been to your place. Do you have like a bunch of computers set up and stuff for people to
We
play video games?
We don't have any computers. Well, we do have just over a dozen pinball machines. We have about, I'd say, just about that many classic arcades. We have like Donkey Kong and Miss Pac-Man and stuff like that,
Right on.
Galaga. And then we have 2 TVs, or 2 big TVs set up with, one has a PS4, one has a Wii U, and then we have another PS4 behind the bar usually that is also free to play. We also have a rotating classic console thing. We have we have currently a Nintendo 64 on at the bar. We've been through a Super Nintendo. Not like been through like
Sega
it's
Genesis.
dead. We had a Genesis.
Yeah, like we burnt it out.
Yeah,
no
it's
big deal.
dead. Genesis. We had a Dreamcast. We have a Dreamcast somewhere. That was
Best
here in the
system.
beginning, and
Crazy Taxi. Oh, Jinx. Oh my God.
Jinx.
Yes.
yeah, Crazy Taxi all day, every
Dude,
day.
Crazy Taxi is like, all right, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
Bears.
That's
There
like
was
if-
also PlayStation 1, I think.
We had a PS1, yeah,
Yeah.
and like mostly people would start Metal Gear Solid, play for 8 minutes, and leave Snake just standing in the cold. And he would literally, like, the number of times I would come back and go turn it off at the end of the night, and Snake would just be standing on the helipad sneezing
no.
because he's been outside for too long. It's hilarious. Which is because like this game is so cool.
We're
Hideo Kojima,
sorry,
you're the
Snake.
best. What was that noise?
And then
Whose footprints are
there's
these?
the back TV that we Chromecast Twitch on all the
Yeah,
time.
the other TV that is usually always hosts a stream. Whenever, as soon as we're done here and you go live, you're going to be on it. Just so
Yep.
you know.
Aw, I appreciate it. Thank you.
On, yeah.
Has anyone eaten any fast food this week that they would like to review since Dave is not here?
Oh, yeah.
I think Jack has one.
You're in. You're,
think
you're
Jack
Dave,
has one.
You're Dave fast food review. Remember, you must rate it.
On a scale
have
of
to
1 to
rate
10
it?
Arby's.
Yes, on a scale of 1 to 10 Arby's when you
Yeah.
are done.
1 to 10 Arby's.
Oh God. I went to okay, well check this out. Last night I got super wasted and discovered that I ate. So this is going to be hard to rate because I don't remember eating it.
So it's like a gray
I-
Arby rating.
Yeah.
I found on the living room table that I ate a bunch of chicken fries from Burger King,
Yes, I was hoping it was Burger King again.
and what was it? It was some sort of like long chicken sandwich, and then I had one of those grilled hot dogs.
Oh, you had the hot dog, Jack. No.
Okay, so here's the deal. The chicken fries were completely gone, so that's probably like an 8 out of 10 Arby's because I nailed them all.
Yeah.
The
Could use a
hot
little
dog
horsey
was
sauce.
the hot dog was like 90% gone, so that's like 7 out of 10.
Yeah, if you
Probably
didn't
7
finish-
out of 10 Arby's,
if you-
yeah.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
I
And,
sort of
uh,
respectable.
there was a chicken sandwich that I
no.
definitely ate like a few bites of, so that's like maybe a 4 out of 10. But they do have like a zesty sauce that is just like 10 out of 10 freaking amazing because I tasted it the next morning and it was out of control good.
You ate, wait, so you finished all of these items the next morning? Is that true?
Oh God, no! I finished them, I guess, when I came home drunk. But I tasted the zesty sauce in the morning because it looked good
Okay. Good.
and ended up tasting good as well.
Awesome.
That's great.
I'm so glad it was Burger King too. Like,
I don't think we've had a
That's your
Burger King
go-to
review.
nighttime.
no, Dave's first one was
hot dogs.
Was the chili dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Chili cheese dog.
Yeah. We got
I don't know in any other universe that I would like eat Burger King sober, but it was it looked like it was a good time.
But you would eat McDonald's.
You know, there's a McDonald's close to my work that when I'm like short on time, I'm like, fuck, okay, we're just gonna go to McDonald's, and I order way too much. But I always get like a fish fillet. You know what? That's actually on point, and the bun is so perfect looking. It's like a special bun that they don't use on any other sandwich.
So if you want to be ordering off the secret menu per se, you would ask for the fish fillet bun for your
Oh, yeah.
Big Mac.
And it has cheese on
Big
it.
Mac on a fish fillet bun. That person would be like,
Yeah, right.
this?
Special orders don't upset us, right?
I'll take
Wait.
a Big Mac, but replace the meat with fish patties, and we got something here.
Holy shit, game changer! I bet that's on the secret menu, definitely. A Big Mac, a big fillet Mac.
Do you guys want to
Big
know
filet Mac.
the way that you can order a grilled cheese at McDonald's?
Yes, please.
Is you have to order a cheeseburger, plain, no meat, and you will get a grilled cheese sandwich.
That's amazing.
I learned that being a vegetarian child living in poverty.
Can I get a cheeseburger with no meat? That's just literally
Cheeseburger,
like, oh.
plain, no meat. That's how you
dark.
tell them to bring it in, and they will send it out.
Growing up a picky eater, I know that you can order a cheeseburger Happy Meal plain, no sauce, no shitty onions, no dumb pickles,
Plain,
no
yeah.
plain.
Oh, yeah.
Plain, no meat. It's just the cheese and the
Man,
bun.
I never took that step though.
Just bread and cheese, please. That's all I want.
Yeah.
So I was so picky as a kid. When we had burger night in my house, I would ask my mom just for the meat. No cheese.
Whoa.
Because
Wow.
I didn't like American cheese at the time. And that's what we put on our burgers. And I didn't, for some reason, want the bun either.
'Cause
Or
you were
any
on
of
a
the
paleo
other
diet?
things that go on a cheeseburger. So I would just get this, like, kind of overcooked meat patty for my dinner that night.
That sounds really
Right
healthy,
on.
Sarah.
So
I was very similar in my burger habits as well. It was literally like plain burger, please. Now I order a burger and there is every single thing possible on it, which is really funny.
That's
Oh yeah,
adulthood.
you gotta put just if they offer it, put it on there. I
Yeah.
grew up with like really weird ethnic food my entire life, so I had like homemade head cheese and blood sausage and stuff, and that'll teach you real quick to just appreciate whatever the hell they put on your plate.
Yeah.
totally. So I grew up in Hawaii, and there's
Ooh, you even say it fancy.
oh god, so good. There's a
That's
ton.
spam life.
Yeah, spam life. Spam hashtag spam. Hashtag this actually leads in. McDonald's had special menu items that were only available in Hawaii.
What?
You could get a spam, egg, and rice breakfast platter. Like it was
Platter?
white rice, spam, scrambled eggs. You could get that.
Like on the hot
That's
on the
amazing.
hot cake plate? It
Yeah,
would come out like
exactly.
that.
Yeah, the big white
What?
hot cake plate. You
Okay.
could get that. You could also get scrambled eggs, rice, and Portuguese sausage, which is it's like a spicy sort of not Italian because that's obviously not Portuguese. But it's like a spicy sort of sausage. You could get that as well,
Fried
And-
spam is legit.
dude, so cool. And this is all this such was my growing up that food was weird that when I finally went to school in Oregon. And when I got there and I ordered hash browns at a all-night diner, I did not get a brick hash brown, and I was confused as fuck. I did not understand what they
man.
were feeding me.
What are hash browns?
Like, why are you
Where
giving me
you're from?
potatoes? I ordered
This
a
is
hash
dumb. I
brown.
don't want potatoes. I wanted a hash brown. Jesus.
Okay, so similar story.
This is great.
I moved
Hold on, sir,
to
actually.
Maine.
You asked what the so like the actual McDonald's hash browns that are like
No, because-
rectangle and square.
No, I don't. I'm 28. I don't eat a
So it's a
McDonald's.
brick.
Oh,
It's a brick hash brown. Here's big.
I'm sorry. I'm just being an asshole.
That's fine.
I'm
So
an
that
adult.
is what
I
you
don't
get at
eat
McDonald's. What, JLo? What were you expecting?
that.
That
I was expecting.
You were
expecting
expecting
that.
the brick. What do you actually get?
You
Like
got
shredded
like
potato.
like shredded potato, like little bits of shredded
Oh,
potato,
God.
and, like cooked and handed to me with my.
Not even
eggs.
pressed together?
No, like a little,
fuck?
like a little bit of griddle marks on both sides, but like.
I wish I could have that face on a shirt when you saw that. Just like when you saw those hash browns. I
it
wish I
was
could just
awful.
have that face.
It was awful.
Okay, so similar story. I moved to Maine from New York, and
Long Island,
Long
specifically.
Island. So I grew up eating some really, really delicious kosher hot dogs. You know, dirty water street dogs, if you will, sometimes. And go somewhere out in public with some people. I think maybe a bowling alley. Order a hot dog because I'm hungry. They call my number, and I go to pick it up at the counter, and I'm like, okay, what is this? Because here in Maine, we have red hot dogs. They are disgusting
reds,
if you
branded,
did not grow up
reds,
with them.
trademark
They
Yeah.
are bright red. They're blood red.
And people that
Whoa.
grow up here that know about red hot dogs love red hot dogs, and they are literally like blood red. Like it is creepy.
Have you ever
Yeah.
seen a red hot dog, Jack?
No, I'm going to say not at all, because Chicago is like super religious about hot dogs, and you don't want anything red on your hot dogs whatsoever.
Oh yeah, okay.
You should Google red hot
agreed.
dog. Check it.
Yeah, it was a little traumatizing. I was like, "This isn't my food," and they're like, "No, this is." And I was like, "No, I ordered a hot dog," and they're like, "This is a hot dog." I'm like, "That's not a hot dog. It's red." I really would like
You
a
clearly
hot
don't
dog.
understand how hot dogs work. Get your head right. Act right.
I'm pretty sure that's a candy cane, not a. Right, striped hot dogs, right?
Yeah, striped red and yellow.
And I think they're illegal in New Hampshire, and people drive over the border for them because it's got some weird red dye in it that
From
they
New
won't,
Hampshire
they
to
won't
Maine?
process in New Hampshire.
It's like the
Yeah,
only
we
thing
have
people
like
come
a.
from.
I know we have like a cool trade with
real?
New Hampshire. We bring them the red hot dogs, and they give us fireworks and like freedom.
And cheap,
And booze.
and cheap booze.
Yeah, you drive from Maine to New Hampshire to buy your booze.
You trade hot dogs for booze and fireworks? It sounds
I mean, I
incredible.
think we can work something
Yeah,
out. Maine is
greatest.
pretty fucking weird.
Yeah.
And so was New Hampshire, to be honest.
Secret illegal hot dogs. I'm into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're making hot dogs in our bathtub right now, actually.
Moonshine. It's moonshine and hot dogs. Moonshine in one bathtub, hot dogs in the other
Yep.
bathtub.
We also have coffee brandy here. I don't know if that's a thing anywhere else.
As
know
far
what?
as I
Coffee
know, it's
brandy?
not.
Coffee brandy, yeah. Allen's Coffee Brandy. If you come to Maine, we will show you how to live. We'll put Allen's Coffee Brandy
damn.
in a glass of milk.
No, this
Coconut
is
not.
milk.
This is actually what
A
happens.
glass of milk?
So
Yeah,
I just,
absolutely.
yeah, so I
Trust
just,
me.
Jack, I just got back from a weekend of snowmobiling up north at like the northern part of Maine.
Yeah.
People up there walk around with plastic milk jugs and drink half of the milk and then pour coffee brandy straight into the rest of it, shake it,
dear
and then
God.
drink the rest. I swear to God,
It's
it was
bad.
the hardest thing to watch for me.
You go ahead and you Google Allen's Coffee Brandy.
It is not good.
It is
It's
not,
terrible.
but it is the #1 selling liquor in the state of Maine by
By
volume.
far, yeah.
And
It comes in those stupid cheap plastic jugs that you buy your $5 vodka in too.
yeah, you buy a lot of
it is-
5 o'clock in
It is cheap as hell.
Yo, speaking of vodka, I was just thinking about this.
Yeah.
If you guys need a drink at your bar, Gary Stern
Pen's ready.
exclusively drinks Stoli on the rocks with blue cheese olives.
What?
Whoa.
So is it green olives stuffed with blue cheese?
Yep.
Okay, so you pull a little red bit out and you put a little bit of blue cheese in there.
Or you could buy blue cheese olives.
I guess that is the solution.
We
as
might
well.
not have those here. We'll find them. We'll make it happen.
So that's Gary Stern's drink, you said?
You know what? That dude will drink that all day, every day, nothing else. That is the Gary
So
Stern.
that might have to be our IFPA tournament drink of the night.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll just
the
like
Gary
tell
Stern
people it'll make
Stoli
them
on
play,
the rocks, blue
play
cheese
pinball
olives.
better.
We actually, yeah, we're hosting our first, as far as Arcadia goes, our first IFPA points tournament on the 31st of March, which is pretty exciting.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got approved. We're gonna do pin golf as qualifiers for until 7.
I love
think.
pin golf.
It's so fucking good. Pin golf as qualifiers, and then top. I think probably top 16 or so, or just like pin golf
Yeah.
for seeding. We're hoping to pull 32 people for this bracket.
Yeah,
and it's gonna
we'll
be
be-
It's like
awesome.
half full already.
We'll be streaming it on Main Competitive Gaming, Jack, so definitely try to check
hell
it
yeah.
out. Yeah, I talked to Dave about it, and he was just like, you planning on, and I was like, get your other setup so we can have 2 machines set up, and
Yeah.
we can switch between them.
That'd be
I
really
can
that'd be nice.
pull my
Do it.
computer over too,
Yeah,
actually, because
I think it's
I'm
just a matter of
building it
having-
this
It's a matter of
weekend.
having cameras is all
Yeah.
and stuff, but yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun, so.
Hell yeah. Also floating in my head, I think you need a fireball or a Powerball or like some sort of drink where there's like a Powers and Fireball mixed together to represent that pinball machine as well. That sounds kind of disgusting, but I
You
think
said
it might kinda
fireball,
work.
so I'm just in pain right now, but I'm listening.
Powers whiskey, like oh yeah,
There's a Powerball on Twilight Zone, and Fireball obviously is
Yep.
its own pinball machine.
that would be really great. We really like doing pinball pairings here, like pair a cocktail with a pinball machine. We had one night.
Oh, that's sexy.
It was really fun. We had one night where we Pirates of the Caribbean, Dracula, and
Adam's
Family were on there,
Yeah.
and they were all really cool cocktails. The Dracula one wound up being basically sort of a blood orange martini or a blood orange Cosmo. Mm-hmm. So it was really boozy, really citrusy, and just delicious. We had one for Pirates of the Caribbean that was just like a straight up Caribbean rum smoothie. Like no, like
Delicious.
just rum and pineapple
coconut
and
cream.
coconut, like Malibu and pineapple juice and just rum.
And everybody had their like worst games in a long time that night.
Dude.
Because by the time you got to your like
Because you
third
drank the
cocktail,
drink, obviously.
Yeah, like
you had to drink it while you played each pin too.
yeah, that was awful. It was pretty bad. The first one we did was just too many. We had 4 different machines on and 4 really strong cocktails for all those machines, and it was it was wacky. Those I think what was last on that one? I think Lord of the Rings was last that night.
No
and-
one got to it
and
really.
yeah, no, like we didn't even finish it. Like I played a game, like because the Lord of the Rings is such a long game, and
It's terribly long.
And everyone loves it here is the other thing, is like everyone's
Yeah.
obsessed, so everyone
Yeah.
plays like a half an hour ball.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
so it's not
Of
like there's
that,
ever a short ball.
Adam's Family and Pirates are the some of the most popular games, so it's super
Yeah.
hard to get in
It's
on
like-
them.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make a
Lord of the Rings was my first exposure to pinball ever, and that game did not sell me on pinball.
fair enough. It's deep. Like what the way I would describe it is, or when people were getting into pinball as they would start coming to the bar more, I was like, okay, you're new to pinball. You should probably go play Whodunit.
Yes.
You
Which
should
is back, baby.
Yeah, it is. We finally got Whodunit back on the
I
floor.
pretty much pooped myself last
When
night.
you walked in,
I didn't even look in the corner. It's so dark over there,
Rip
and
Star
like
Wars.
Star Wars was dying.
Yeah, it was Star Wars trilogy though. It's not as good.
And so
Yeah, we had a Star Wars trilogy here, which was kind of neat. I wound up getting the Super Jackpot once, but that was all I ever needed to do in that game.
I'm too tall for pin 2Ks to even work for me.
Fair enough.
yeah,
Fair enough.
It's understandable.
Can't see shit on him. Yeah. But yeah, so like people would come in, it's like, oh, you're new to pinball. Hey, go play Whodunit. There's a giant fucking thing right in the middle. You hit that all day, and you'll probably do something cool. You'll wind up on a right floor. You'll get a multi-ball. Like you either wind up in the basement or on the 7th floor, and you'll get a multi-ball, and you'll feel really cool.
It is really
Or
gratifying.
you actually-
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
or you actually play pinball and you're used to hitting ramp shots and building loops and points, and I ask you to play that in match play at NEPL finals, and you just rail on the closed elevator and drain super hard, and I get to go on.
Well, that's what I was gonna compare it to, is like Jake's mousing around. How like so I've
Oh,
heard
man.
mousing
Yeah.
around was the same way, and Jake was like, "Nah, we're gonna mod this so it's not even close to how it is the same." way."
Mousen's a punisher, man, for sure.
The one we play on location or at our Jake and Teresa's house here, they have it modded so that the center ramp, instead of I think it builds points or
it
something.
gives you letters towards Mousetrap.
Basically there's something completely different. Like he's modded. It's like, this is stupid. This is too easy. It's a one-shot game. Let's.
Oh, they like rewired it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's really and
Jake
there's
is
a,
our pinball tech for all our machines here. He's a fucking
Oh, wow.
wizard. It's
yeah, there's
amazing.
a huge forum post about it, I guess, that Jake made. We're gonna try to stream it pretty soon, only because there's a lot of people on. I think it's the IFPA forum that's curious about like
Probably
his
Tilt
mod
forums,
and
too.
I think it was Tilt Forms that like how the mod plays differently. So I think we're gonna stream it in like the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
But yeah, so like
I love when people change that stuff up because, like, on Drac, we like disabled our mystery award, and that required some like unplugging of wires, and I thought that was like the most advanced shit ever, just because like our buddy Gavin, our tech, like came in and started like ripping wires out. But that
You're
like
like, dude,
to
are you
plug
sure?
something else in, yeah, that's crazy. I love it.
yeah, it's really rad. But yeah, so like if when someone's new to pinball, put them on Whodunit. When someone gets a little bit better as far as what we have here, I think above from
Avatar has
upper
been a good
Whodunit.
teaching game.
Yeah, going to Avatar because you have to hit shots to start the
I love
modes.
Avatar for teaching because it's like backhand all day.
Yeah,
Like you can teach people how to
backhand
backhand.
You
on
can
that.
backhand the Amsuit, backhand Awa. You can do a little like short flip up the lane and backhand the Seeds or the Navi.
And, like-
it teaches you a ton of
Oh,
flipper
yeah.
tricks.
And there's a couple of hard shots that are quote unquote hard, but make you feel kind of good when you hit them. So it's kind of
Exactly.
like all of a
the
sudden you're
Banshee
seeing
shot,
this.
the ramp is so hard.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're seeing
Yeah,
this
that
new
ramp's
like.
a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah.
Style.
We have a mod on our Banshee ramp too now that deflects it because it was just draining straight
Oh yeah,
through
you
the
three-quarter
flippers.
that ramp and it goes straight down the middle, but like put like a little edge saver on it so that it bounces it over to the right slingshot instead.
Wait, sort of like Medieval Madness, or like is it like a?
It's like a little
Like
metal plate, just
Yes.
like on the
Oh,
bottom
okay,
part
okay,
of the
I
ramp.
see, I
Yeah.
see. Medieval has like a cut in the actual plastic on the plate
Yeah,
field
exactly.
that like
so
oh,
actually
cool.
diverts it as you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, but then after people like, oh, machines have rules, I can start to use that. Then put them on Lord of the Rings and realize that they have no idea what they're doing
Yeah.
as far as like
Oh,
how
yeah.
deep that machine is. And now we have a Game of Thrones premium here, and that's even worse. But I love it. I fucking love it
Yes,
so much.
Game of Thrones so good.
It's like I love walking upstairs and so many people just crying.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
Yeah,
just like,
Like,
why am I
I
shooting?
love. So it was super busy and hard to get on the first like 2 weeks it was here because everybody was like, "Ooh, that's new. I'm gonna go play that." And then they like got their feelings hurt so bad that now you can pretty much play it whenever you want because nobody wants to
great.
put their 50 cents
Like,
in there.
It's the new Pirates is what I hear all the time, and
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
like,
As far as
perfect. I love Pirates.
attracting new folks.
Yeah.
And having the most dangerous fucking
Yeah.
stand-ups of anything. God damn.
Yep.
God damn that game. So, if any last things, like I think anything you want to hit,
Exciting.
definitely want to hit.
I want to talk about an exciting thing for me.
Yeah, please do.
I have since 8 years ago have finally purchased a new computer.
Whoa!
The final part will be
Windows 95.
Oh my god, no,
No, Vista.
No, even worse, it's Vista.
Oh,
At least it's not Windows ME because that shit was awful.
Yeah.
Shout out to Windows ME.
Final part comes tomorrow.
And what part is that?
It is the case. I have all the
Oh, the
insides.
computer.
The tower, the
The
things.
actual case. And then we'll be putting it together this weekend, hopefully
Mm-hmm.
getting some internet set up, and then I will be streaming on Twitch.
Hell yes.
It's gonna be
I
really
will pimp the crap out of that.
Yeah, and so right along those lines, I'm probably going to be renting the same studio space as Sarah. So I'll move my PC there, and we'll finally probably get my. I have a 1968 Funland Gottlieb Wedgehead that we're slowly getting put back together, and it has the most satisfying spinner sound of any game I've ever played.
You know what? I gotta say, I maybe disagree with you because Stargazer is like it's tactile.
Fair
like
enough.
the machine
I
almost
can
like
feel that, yeah.
vibrates.
Oh man. So so that's like a parallel thing for Sarah and I. We're basically gonna hopefully start streaming. I'll just like be yelling about dumb shit and dumb video games that I'm playing on Steam, and then
Yeah.
streaming
I'll have
Pinball
some
every once in
video
a while.
games. I paint, so I'll be painting sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll stream pinball.
Creative.
I'll tell you that the internet really likes to watch people working on pinball machines too. So do not like leave that out if you have something to fix.
I absolutely love it. So
Yeah,
I can test
I
to
definitely
that.
talked to our tech Jake about stuff like that, and like I think part of the goal is to get a something that isn't working and just either stream it or just record it or just have it available for people. Like I think I saw there's a busted ass hook somewhere in New England. like doesn't turn on and just like it just busted, and I think we were gonna like maybe try to hook that up and just scoop that maybe, but yeah, cool.
So we'll see how it goes.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
for me, I have a tournament. It'll be actually behind us when this airs, but go and check out on our YouTube. We're gonna do this Saturday or the past Saturday will be Main Competitive Gaming in March, and it will be Smash 4, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 5, and Melee, and you can check everything on our YouTube at Main Competitive Gaming 1.
You better be doing Duck Game for a side tournament.
Yeah, we're trying to incorporate a couple more indie games in our like side event area, and then another cool announcement that I want to announce for my studio, Freehand Armada. We just got picked up for the All Roads Music Festival, which is in Belfast.
That's hype.
That's really cool.
Dude.
It's coming. It's going to be May 20th. Just an event. There's probably like 12 to 14 different bands, and we're doing all the art for all the bands as of yesterday. So yeah,
That's awesome, dude.
You and Mike and
Guy. Yep,
awesome.
yeah, the three of us.
That's rad. Any last things for you, Amy?
Yeah, so this has nothing to do with anything that we've talked about today, but when this airs, it will be dawning upon WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, it sure will.
And if you don't have anything to do on Saturday night, April 2nd, and you're looking to expand your WrestleMania weekend, and you're in the Portland, Maine area, I'm going to be doing a wrestling-themed stand-up comedy show at Asylum.
Laugh-A-Mania.
It's called Laugh-A-Mania.
Year 2.
Also featuring folks you may know, Katie Ferreira and Conor McGrath, Josh Day, who I don't know, but
But he'll be there.
he'll be there.
Yeah.
And so we're all doing wrestling-themed stand-up comedy. I have some songs about wrestling that I'm going to play. So
That's so great.
Yes,
check it out.
I don't think we've talked about this. That's the thing Amy does.
I'm a stand-up comedian.
Amy's a stand-up comedian.
She's hilarious.
Nice.
But she also does stand-up comedy songs, and they're great.
Thank you, Sarah.
Whoa.
I once watched you perform in the back of a U-Haul truck, and it was fantastic.
It was great.
I've done a lot of interesting things. I've made some interesting choices. I'm really excited about these wrestling songs because some of them I wrote last year, and then I was I was not medically cleared to participate in a comedy show.
Oh my god.
Never medically clear.
But this year, I am prepared. I am ready. I've got some musical comedy about wrestling, and there was no other chance for me to do it. So, Asylum. Saturday, April 2nd, 8 o'clock.
We will, unfortunately, be at NEPL finals.
We sure will.
I support
and
that.
And it is also my birthday that day.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Shout out to the greatest weekend that's ever
I'll be
existed.
competing in A division at NEPL finals.
Turning 21.
Oh my
What a
God.
champion.
Yeah, finally I'll get to
You
drink
can
my
drink
first.
at your bar.
Jesus. Yeah.
So many great things going on
gonna be
this
awesome.
weekend, guys.
I know. So, yeah, I think it's about that time for us
Cool.
to start signing off. You want to start us off, Sarah?
Well, Jack, do you have any last words?
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you for having me. I love you, flippers and butts, and all that other fun stuff.
Where can we
Awesome.
find you via social media?
It's like Dead Flip. If you just Google Dead Flip, I'm freaking everywhere.
Sure are.
God, you're
We'll
way
confirm.
cooler than us. Goddamn.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Jack. Cheers.
Thank you, Jack.
No, thanks for having me, man. Totally.
Cool. This is Sarah. See you guys next week.
Amy, see you guys next time.
And this is Mark from Main Competitive Gaming. Take care, guys.
And this is JLo, as usual. Play more games, play more pinball, be nerdy, be awesome, and talk about the shit you're interested in. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, it's Amanda. Just wanted to let you know that Arcadia National Podcast was recorded in the basement of Arcadia National Bar in Portland, Maine. Our theme song was written and recorded by Tune Food, and Andy and I pressed the record button. Thanks for listening. Bye!